intuitions. Renaissance.
Welcome back. You are tuned into the Lunchtime Show with your girl Emmanuella. Now, I've been talking all day about a very special guest here today, and we have the one and only singer, songwriter, all the way from Nigeria, Victor Thompson.
Hey! I think you have like a shaker thing, you know?
The shaker thing.
Yeah, just shaking it, you know.
Welcome
thank you
to
so
the
much.
Lunchtime Show with Emmanuella.
Yeah, thank you for having
I'm
me.
so happy to have you, honestly.
Yeah, I'm most delighted.
I literally couldn't sleep all night. I was like, oh my God, I got Victor Thompson, doing my little research and all of that stuff. So we're going to start all the way from the beginning about you. So you were born and raised in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Delta State.
Precisely.
So I'm correct on that. Cool. And then is it Warri?
Yeah.
It seems like you rep Warri really hard.
I rep Warri anytime, any day.
Do you know, I feel like Warri people are like the coolest people.
We are the coolest people.
You're so funny.
Yeah.
Like, what's that comedian that's from Warri? There's the man and the woman. The woman, what's her name?
Which one is that? Real Warri Picking?
Yeah, we're Warri Picking.
We are a complete package.
Yeah, you guys are. I can't lie. You guys are quite lit.
Thank you for admitting that.
I can't lie. But I mean, I'm Yoruba. I still got to rep my side, but, I'll give it to you guys.
Thank you.
So, talk to us from how, your journey. So, you're born and raised in Nigeria, from Warri, Delta State.
Yeah, so actually I was born in Lagos.
Oh, you were born in actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was born in Lagos and I have the Yoruba blood somehow in me.
Okay.
So that makes the both of us.
Okay.
So I was born in Lagos way back. So my root is the other state, like you said. But it's been a very beautiful journey. Not too easy, rough, but the ups and downs.
Yeah.
Bless God for where we are now.
Yeah, no, I love that. So tell me about your childhood. What was it like growing up? I've seen you are a bit mysterious online. I will not lie.
You're the second or the third person saying that.
Because it's true. You're making us presenters work real hard.
You should.
To find stuff out about you, but I mean,
I met someone last week and the person was like, "We don't have anything about you. What's going on?" I like to be. I'm a very, very private person.
Right.
And up to this point, I didn't like sharing my stories. But then I thought, moving past all that, it's going to help someone.
Yeah.
It wasn't very easy growing up. My childhood was very, very admirable. But now looking back, I'm like, I thank God for those hurdles and everything. Yeah.
What were some of the things you went through? Because I know your mother and your father have passed.
Yeah, they passed when I was very young, when I was my early teens. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I grew up almost all by myself. There was nobody, no brother, no mother, no sister, no uncle, no, from that very tender age.
Wow.
So it was a very, very great, rough.
That's crazy. Like, basically, journey. That's technically an orphan. Like, no mother, no father. But I saw somewhere that you came from like a big family, right? Your dad had three wives.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yes, uncle had the 3 wives.
Yeah, he had 3 wives.
What was that like? Like, do you remember growing up having all your siblings? How many were you in total?
Yeah, 7.
7. Okay.
So it was a big family, a peaceful one at that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
at least it wasn't so rocky and.
He had it together.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So not until he passed. When he passed, everyone had to go their separate ways.
Wow.
There were so many things just came around, the uncles and everything, which I don't want to share on air now. That story is going to come much later.
Okay.
The uncles and everything came around, so everyone had to go their separate ways. So I went with my mother because I was the only one from my mother.
Okay, so you're the only child for your mom?
For my mom, yeah.
Okay.
For my dad, yeah. So I was the only one. So we had to go our separate ways, and it wasn't rocky. Not even use the word very. It wasn't rocky at all. Accommodation, everything was quite terrible. Even to get a place to sleep was a problem at the time. And that life wasn't what we're used to. And my mom couldn't cope at the time, and that was how she passed. She took ill, and
oh my God,
that was how she passed. So left with just me alone at the time, and I had to go through life regardless of the circumstances and everything. And
So how did you survive? Like, you went to school, right? You went to college and uni. Did you go to uni? Yeah. So how were you able to, because obviously it's not like England where education's free.
Of course.
You had to pay for your own education. So how were you able to fund that? Was there support?
Yeah, so before I went to college, I was doing some business already at a very tender age, that early teens.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was already doing a couple of businesses and everything.
What are the businesses?
Yeah.
I want to see that your hustle.
So the hustle was real. So now I can laugh about it and everything. I hope my wife is not hearing this, because anytime she hears this, she sheds some tears. And then I was selling alcohol. I was selling weed.
Oh wow!
I was selling cigarettes.
Gangster.
I was. Name the business, I was doing it.
Oh wow!
Name that business, I was doing it.
Wow, you really hustled.
Yeah. So I had to break my businesses into time zones or time frames. So in the morning I had a different business I was doing. In the afternoon and in the evening I go to the alcohol and everything, because that's when I have my clients and my customers and everything. So it was, that moment was crazy for me.
And how old were you at that time? Like when?
I think I was about 13 or 14. I should be about 13 or 14.
Wow.
At the time, yeah. I think I was about 14. Thereabout.
And so you did all this while you was in education, while you was in uni.
So God blessed me with a scholarship to go to college.
Oh wow, that's so good. So you must have been smart. To get a scholarship, you must be smart.
Yeah, I am very smart.
You are very smart. Yeah.
So I got a scholarship to college. And
what did you study?
It was not uni now.
Not uni?
Not uni. That's college for us is secondary school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We call it secondary school in our we have the junior secondary and the senior secondary. So for me, I went to so it was like a boarding house.
Okay.
So you're not leaving the school premises, and I share this story every time. So there's something called the visiting day, where parents come with their with food and different items just to celebrate with their children.
Oh wow!
They were like, I think that happens like once in 2 months thereabout. So they come with their gift and everything. They are like celebrating with their children in school, And all through my stay in college and in the boarding house, no one came for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would just stand out there, watch parents and with their kids and everybody having fun.
Yeah.
And I just stand there and I'm like, it's all good. And I go back to the hostel, just hug my bunk, that's my bed, and just cried for the most part.
Oh, wow.
It was a very, very horrible experience for me.
Yeah.
And moving from there, it was time for uni. Mm-hmm. So I had to do like 4 jobs at a time. Yeah. So I work at what do you call it? You might not know Lagos, but anybody that's listening that knows Lagos.
I know Lagos.
Yeah, we know called Eleganza. That's where all the factories are. So I work at the factory.
Okay.
So we resume at 5. If you come in at 5:01, they're taking your money. So we resume at 5 a.m. and we close at 5 p.m. Then I was paid 5,000 naira at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, 5,000 naira is about I think that was about £5.
£5
or
now,
£4 thereabout.
Yeah.
So for 1 month, I was paid £4. Yeah.
Ooh.
So so when I close from there 5 p.m. on my way back home, I teach. So I have students I teach,
Right.
So I do that till 11 p.m. Mm-hmm. So 11 p.m. I get home maybe around 12 a.m. Yeah. Then try to sleep maybe 1 a.m. Mm-hmm. So I wake up at maybe 3 a.m. Mm-hmm. because I need to walk down to the factory.
Okay.
So and the distance from where I live to the factory was about 2 hours trekking.
You were walking
because you're paying me £4 for Christ's sake. So how much?
How are you gonna? Yeah.
So how do I do the transportation from there? So I trek from my house to the factory. I trek back, do the teaching. It was horrible. But all that shaped me into who I am today. You know.
So let's just transition into how music all started for you. I mean, obviously, from such a rough childhood and having to fend for yourself at such a young age, where did your passion for music and your love for music and even your ability, because guys, Victor, you can sing. You can sing. You know when Americans say you sing?
I'm trying.
No. Now you're just keeping it cute. You can sing. So talk to me about your journey into music, and also touch on, because I know you were in Nigerian, the voice Nigerian. When I was watching the clips last night, I was like, this is not the same person. I said, this is not him. This cannot be the same person.
Thank God for transformation. Thank God for his message.
We thank God. So talk to me about that.
Yeah. So I started music directing in 2002.
Okay.
I'd always loved to sing, you know, and thank God for that. Thank God for the gift he had given me, because that was even how I found God. You know, I just love to sing. And I'm always looking for one choir or the other to just plunge into and just be a part of. So I started singing very early, even from while my parents were still alive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The national anthem was on me.
Really?
Then when I was still very young. Yeah, the national anthem was on me.
Okay.
So, so moving on, I just found myself going towards that end, and that was how I grew. 2017, I was like, you know what? I need a bigger platform for my expression, and that was why I went for The Voice Nigeria, and from there, a lot of people didn't even know me from The Voice.
Yeah, I know you from YouTube.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know me from The Voice until I started putting out worship sessions on YouTube, and they were like, oh, okay, this guy, and they go back and like, okay, this guy was on The Voice Nigeria and everything. Well, that's the journey basically. But
how was The Voice, and at what place did you come in the competition?
I can't remember what they call it now. I think it was like the semi-finals or thereabout.
Oh, you got to the semi-finals?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they took us. Good. Yeah, they took us from Nigeria to South Africa at the time. Okay. It was a very good one. The experience was amazing, beautiful.
That's good.
Yeah. So it was a different platform for me. It was a different stage for me at the time. Yeah. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it. But personally, I've living my life throughout. I've always lived by the second, by the day. So I just go by the day. Whatever the next day brings, we're ready for it. Let's just go. Yeah. You know, and that's how The Voice came. I wasn't even sure they were going to pick me for The Voice at the time. Because I just did it for fun. Okay, let's just go do it. And you know. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even go on the first day of the audition. I went on the second day. That's after thousands of people had auditioned. Really? Yeah. Wow. So
you really played it like last minute.
Yeah, last minute.
And then you just got in.
Yeah, last minute. And I just got a call. Someone calls me and like, Victor Thompson, do you have a passport? I'm like, what do you need my passport for? Who is this? Like, oh, she calls her name and she's like, from The Voice Nigeria. How soon do you need the passport?
I can go now.
You know, so that was it. Well, yeah. It was a great one.
So from that in 2017, and then, as I said, I know you from the pandemic. So let's fast forward to how you started your soaking worship sessions. Yeah. And I just want to say that I love, like, I have to big you up because you have actually blessed my life personally. Wow. With no exaggeration. Wow. I'm not just trying to, like, you know, just make you feel good. You have blessed me. I, you know, used to go through, especially during the pandemic and pretty much all my life, like, I've struggled with, like, anxiety and, like, depression and stuff. And I will just play your music in the background while I sleep, in my quiet time, while I'm trying to meditate, especially, or, like, just trying to clear my mind. And listening to you was, like, honestly, it just felt like a healing. And I'll just be crying. At one point, I'm like, I can't listen to Victor Thompson anymore because all I'm doing is crying. I was like, I can't, this is enough. No more crying. So I say all of that to say that honestly your music has, like, really blessed me and, like, transformed my life. God. So talk to me as to how you went from The Voice and then now decided to, because obviously The Voice as well is not a gospel thing, it's not a Christian thing, and obviously how I know you as well and what you do now is you do gospel music and, you know, inspirational music and all that stuff, but obviously now you're doing Christian music. How did you talk to us about that?
So I felt like there was more, you know, like I said earlier, I live each day by the day as it comes. So I felt like there was more because looking back, whenever I sing, I don't just sing songs. it comes from a place of understanding, and the depth is there. Now, everyone will understand, everyone listening will understand because of the train of happenings with me, my journey and everything. So when I sing songs, there's an understanding that comes with it. So my personal fellowship time, I was like, you know what? Why don't I just penetrate homes? You might be very busy, but just put it on.
Yeah.
While you do
you're washing,
why you do your washing? You're working and everything.
You're driving.
Just put it on and just do whatever you're doing, and because that worked for me, and that was how I said, let's put it on YouTube and let's make it longer. Let me just put out my personal
the long
time.
Ones I love as well.
Let's put out my personal time. And let me share with them, and that was how it happened. And I saw the responses, and I'm like, okay, this is actually good for everyone because the reviews were so amazing. Like you just gave now, they're so amazing, blessing lives all over the world. And I'm like, okay, you know what? We need to stick to this.
Yeah. And
that was how I've continued the sessions and everything. So it's just from the place of experience, the things that God has done with me, I just share it with the world. It started by having a personal fellowship. There was no recording at the time. Then when I do most of these things, I just pick out a short part, maybe like 1 minute, and just put online. I started short clips, and then I saw the way people reacted to it. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just give them the full thing.
Yeah. I think as well, so I felt like during the pandemic, soaking worship was in, or I felt like that was a move that God was trying to do at the time, because there was a lot of so there was the Victoria Renze's bringing the fires, but then there was no more calm, more relaxed, or what I was finding at the time was instrumental. So there's a lot of instrumental soaking, but not vocal.
That's still calm and everything.
So honestly, well done, and thank you for obeying and doing that, because honestly you've touched a lot of lives, and obviously more people are doing that. So do you know what, I want us to talk about a very shout out to Henrietta, your wife. Your wife and manager is in the building, so shout out to you. How are you finding it now that your career has really blown up? We will talk about your latest album and the track Blessings, but just want to quickly talk about how you're finding all the reactions, because Blessings has done thousands and million billboards US, it charted #1 in Afrobeats. You came 14 in UK.
We're #1 now.
Oh, #1 in UK now.
Yes.
Okay, well they need to update Wikipedia. So now you're #1. How are you finding it, and how are you sort of coping, because your wife is your manager as well? And what's that like?
Thank God for my wife. Thank God for the gift of her, because before I keep sharing this story, and I'll keep sharing it. Before my wife, I was having this fellowship with God, and I told him, I'm ready for this new level. I'm tired of this, just open the doors already for me. And it was like, you need to get married before I open this door.
Really?
I'm like, why should I get married? I'm not ready for it. I need all the resources and all this, I'm not ready yet. There's this amount I need in my account, I need this apartment. But then I shared with my wife, I was like, this is what God is telling me to do. But I'm not ready for it yet. Like, why not just do it? In 2017, I prepared my mind that I was going to get married to someone else. So I wrote down the list and everything, the list, the marriage budget and all. My wife even saw the list. She kept it somewhere. She mocks me with it sometimes. And it didn't happen. Okay, so we'll move past it, and I'll still. You see, I tried. So give me the.
God, I've done what you've asked me,
but it didn't work. So give me. So he kept going. You need to get married. Then 2020, I told my wife, let's get married.
Wow, just like that.
Yeah, but we're already friends. We're friends from 2018.
Okay.
We're friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been close 5 years, married 3 years.
Oh.
Counting, yeah. So and they're like, let's just get married. And then we got married December. March, things started happening for me.
Wow.
And thank God for...
In the space for 3 months.
Yeah. Thank God for my wife. Because personally, I don't know how to handle money. So I did... Yeah, she does all the handling.
Really?
She does all the. Yeah, I live my life by the day by faith. So I just wake up morning. Okay, if I had all the money, I would just give it out, dash it out, and just live by faith and just go. But she puts us together and everything. And thank God that she's also my manager. She's able to keep me in check.
That's
she's
good.
able to. She's able to keep me in check. And our careers are very intertwined, aligned.
So she sings as well.
She sings. Her voice is on This Year Blessings. Her voice is on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So the beginning part, everything I've been wanting. That's her voice.
That her voice?
That's her voice.
Okay, do you know what? We're going to transition straight into it. This is the incredible, I love this song with all my heart. This is Blessings by Victor Thompson featuring Gunna. Welcome, guys. I hope you're enjoying the Lunchtime Show with your girl. If you want to reach out to us, you know what to do. You reach us on The Beat London 103.6 FM, and you can reach out to me on my personal socials. That is Emmanuella_Afolabi. So let's now talk about all the music, like what has made Victor Thompson. So you dropped a single called Blessings first in January 2023. So literally a year ago. Well, I don't know the exact date, but a year ago in this month. And the song is actually incredible. Are you like mind blown by how well this song has done, or did you know like, okay, this song's gonna do well, it's gonna blow? No,
if I tell you that I knew the song was gonna do well, I'll be lying to you. So we didn't even drop the song for distribution.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just dropped the songs for let's just have a good time. You know, it was not for distribution at all. So people actually pushed us to distributing the song.
So wait, let's talk about what inspired you. Did you wrote it, right?
Yeah.
Because originally it's with some a guy called.
Yeah, that's my baby brother.
That's your baby brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not my.
Oh, not, but you know.
Yeah, my baby brother.
Your baby brother. Okay, cool.
So I featured him on it.
Yeah. Yes, you featured him on it. So what inspired you initially? Was it just like for fun? Were you just like writing?
So good food actually inspired it.
Not good food.
Good food. I'm gonna tell you.
Good food will make you very happy, and you feel like you do anything.
Yeah. So it was Christmas, and I had my brothers around. My friends now. I call them brothers, and you know we're just around. My wife just made this amazing, beautiful, sumptuous meal, jollof rice.
Ooh, I love a good jollof.
And the moment we're done with the food, we just jam into something, and everybody was just vibing, the happiness, the joy, everything was just there. Like, okay, it's Christmas. What are we seeing for the new year? We just started vibing and everything. I was like, oh, wait, guys, get the microphone and everything. Let's record this. Let's record this thing on the spot. So most of the lyrics on that song, my wife actually brought most of the lyrics. I tell you, I kid you not.
Serious? So she was one of the writers.
Oh my goodness!
So shout out Henrietta again.
She should be taking like 70% of the money. You know, so I tell you, that's a strong and beautiful woman. Oh. So she brought most of the lyrics, and he's the greatest. Other guys, they were just chipping in something. Okay, and we're like, okay, let's keep recording, and we recorded it on the spot, not for distribution.
Okay.
Not for distribution. So we just recorded it and just put it out there. The next thing, it went over the roof, and people said like, this song is something else, blah 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 blah. And we started seeing comments like, please can we have this on DSPs and streaming platforms? I was like, oh, that is not for streaming. Just enjoy the Instagram and the TikTok thing. So the next morning, we saw comments again. Thank you so much for distributing the song. And like, what's going on here? So we went on the streaming platform, Spotify and everything. We saw the song.
You would put it out.
Yes, someone actually distributed
trying to make money off of your music. That's this is why you must always copyright your stuff.
You know, we just did it for a vibe.
Right, I get it.
You know, so and we saw someone. So immediately, my wife got a team together, and they reached out to those people, and they were able to bring it down. Then we distributed the song, and from there till now, it's been like from the moment you think the song is going down, the next thing people are using it is going back up. People are using it for birthdays and everything.
Yeah.
So it humbles me every time. It humbles me because I've seen too much to be proud or to be over the roof. It humbles me every time when I see numbers. Even when we had the platinum, because the song went platinum in France.
Wow.
And I see all the amazing, massive things the song is doing, God is doing with the song. It humbles me, truthfully. So,
Thank God for that.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Because, so we're going to talk about, obviously, the remix, which has Gunna. But I'm just taking a look. You have Blessings, Brazilian. You have Blessings, French, Northern Africa. You've got Sped Up, Acoustic.
We need to reach the world.
I'm like, how many versions?
We need to reach the world.
So we need a version in every country. So there's about how many countries are there in the world? We need one for each country at this point. So let's talk about, obviously, one of the most successful remixes, which has Gunna. And obviously, as a Christian, technically people know you as a gospel artist and stuff like that. And then doing this collab with someone like Gunna, who we know whose music was like, what's going on? All the religious people started jumping up and making noise. Honestly, I love it. I think that's the whole point of being a Christian, reach other people. It's not about, it's just for us and us alone. I think that's very weird. But how did you feel and how did you handle it, especially doing the remix with him? And also, how did that come about?
Yeah, so if I'm going to say this out, if the religious minds or the religious people that are scared of the songs that are not too friendly, that are not too children friendly or even friendly to them, have their children listen to songs like This Year on everybody they've been scared of, then I think the future of their children is protected. I don't know if you understand that. If everyone they are scared of, if every musician they are scared of, do songs like This Year, then they will songs like This Year. Yes. Then the future of their children is protected.
Exactly. I get what you're saying.
So
I get it. It's converting them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's now flip it again. Let me assume that the religious mind see these people as darkness, and the religious mind see themselves or see us as light. Where does light shine the brightest?
Right, exactly, in dark places.
Why should light be afraid of darkness?
Yeah.
So the thing is, I understand that there are people that have been sent to different sectors. All we need to do is to keep praying for ourselves and pray for strength and everything to carry on. Something, I was analyzing something to somebody like the pitch now, the football pitch. We have the football pitch and we have lights on the football pitch. Now, the fact that you're lighting the football pitch doesn't mean you should debase the guy lighting the changing room. We need light in the changing room as well.
That's true. We need light everywhere.
We need light in the toilets as well.
Yeah.
Even though the toilet is the rubbish place, but we need lights there. So the fact that you're on the pitch does not mean you should condemn somebody that is in the toilet. All we need to do is hold ourselves together and strengthen one another and pray for one another. Yeah. Do you understand? So most people have been sent to the church and to just light and everything and build the faith of people in the church, the Christians, and most people have been sent to the field. And that's it. So tomorrow, if God says, okay, there's an opportunity to have a remix with another person that you feel is not a Christian or is not in your world, I'm so going for it.
Yeah.
Because
I love that.
Yeah. You come and listen to the Victor Thompson. Most people have not heard about Victor Thompson before now.
Till they heard the song of Gunna. And then they checked you out on YouTube and saw. So,
so when you're done with them, This Year, Blessing, you go to the soaking worship and soak.
And soak, yes.
So the person does not change. And the message I carry does not change.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So God has sent people differently. Yeah. So we're infiltrating everywhere we need to infiltrate. If you have any concert anywhere in the world that is not gospel, just give me 5 minutes to lead worship and I'm good.
Exactly. You'll change people's lives. Yeah.
So it's not me. I don't have the power to change people. I just go around sowing seeds.
Right.
God does the changing himself. I want more collaborations instead. I want more collaborations. I'm bringing the song. I'm not collaborating with you on your song.
Right, exactly. They're collaborating with you.
On my song. So, and what song am I singing? What's the song? Even before you call, God don't answer prayer. So
it's true when you look at the lyrics.
So, and should I tell you the truth? Even Gunna's lyrics was deeper than mine. Listen to it.
No, it was. He went in.
He went in.
He dived
right in.
Wow.
And imagine people listening to that kind of song from him.
So how did it happen? Who reached out to who? How did this collab happen?
Before now, we had someone else reach out, and I was like, no, because we are also people of the spirit. We know when to move and when to say, okay.
Who to say yes or no to.
Yeah, who to say yes or no to. So we don't just jump at anything.
Yeah.
When the Gunna thing happened, because I also have a team working around, and there are also strategic moves that you take, So when the Gunna thing happened, I think both management had talks and everything. And what I liked, Gunna is my friend now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Gunna.
Yeah, Gunna is my friend now.
Love it.
Yeah. Over the New Year, we still had complimentaries and everything. So they just reached out and everything. Okay, Gunna, we have something with Gunna. Okay, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
So he reached out to you.
Yeah, he reached out. So we spoke and everything. And the first time we were meeting was at the rehearsals. And okay, so my brother, when people might also think that we come from the place of condemnation, where everything we do as religious people is to condemn people. That didn't come from me. And I said my brother and everything, so the walls broke and we hugged and it was it. Yeah, and that was it.
I love that. So now the album, let's talk about the album a little bit. The album is giving Afrobeatsy. So obviously it's a very different transition from the YouTube of soaking. So in my mind I thought, okay, when you were to do an album, what you would do, it would be like an album worth of soaking, like original music of soaking. But obviously it's very Afrobeatsy, which I love, of course. Yeah. But what inspired that album, and like what sort of next for you? Would there be a sort of soaking album?
Of course.
And
just wait for that. Okay. Just wait for that. The thing is, the same David that was behind taking care of the sheaves and everything was the same guy that came to the war front.
That's true.
And was slinging that thing.
You better preach.
So there are different grounds to conquer.
Yeah.
And as a soldier, we're ready to go everywhere. There are people that God is reaching already through the soaking worship, and I also believe there are people is wanting to reach or is trying to penetrate through
the album,
the album and the Afrobeat.
Yeah.
So all we talk about is God's love.
Yeah.
So we need. Do you know something? One day I was by the O2 Arena and I saw a group of ladies, they're smoking and everything, and they were jamming to "This Year Blessed One." They didn't even know I was the one that sang the song. So jamming to the song. So a friend of mine said, "Do you know? Do you like that song?" So their best song, even before you call, and they were just jamming to the song. I said, "That's beautiful. I love the song too," and I walked away. So so there are people God is also trying to reach, and I think he's using this as a tool to penetrate.
Yeah.
There are people people have different languages they respond to.
Yeah.
So I'm still doing, if you go to my page everywhere, I still have my soaking worship and the album is still going. So when you come, you see Victor Thompson, the person. You see the person, Victor Thompson. Now what's it about? It's just about God.
Yeah.
And everything. So it's in total, it's not about the slow worship or the fast one. It's the message it's carrying.
Yeah. And it does also show versatility. The fact that you can do, because some people like to peg artists, and I'm not going to lie, I thought, okay, if you was to do something different, it maybe would be like a R&B type of, gospel album. I don't know, I was just trying to think. But it just shows that you can do it all, really and truly. For you to do something very Afrobeaty, we know you can rap. Maybe you can rap. Maybe there's a bit of rapping.
Wait for me.
Maybe you got a bit of that in you. I mean, like you said, you hustled, you was like on the roads. So does that still in you? You're a worry guy.
No,
when you add all of that stuff, we don't know what might come out.
Yeah. Anyways, just wait for it. We don't know. We keep going. We keep going by the day.
So the album, though, talk to us about some of the other singles on the album, like Now You, Eyes Never Seen. So what was that? Was it just, obviously I know your message overall, but what sort of inspired like the tone and the of the whole
inspiration of it was, I think it was a good time for me to just share how I felt or how I feel about God's love. It's just overwhelming.
Yeah,
it's just overwhelming, and that's why one of the songs on the album, "Carry Me Like Baby,"
that's a good one.
Love me, I know fit to understand how you care for me. I know fit to understand you carry me like baby. When no one was there, there was someone just carrying me, and that's.
Yeah,
that's one of the songs and another one goes Stallion. I'm a stallion and I ride on like a champion.
Come on now.
It's been everything on the album It's God's love.
Yeah.
And how He's brought me through
so
everything.
much in your life. I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh, wow. Okay. So what is next? I'm going to get you to sing one of my personal favorite songs, after this. But I want to know, what is next for you? So in 2024, what are we need some sort of exclusive. I know you personally. So give us something.
So 2024, there will be collaborations. Not to take away the fact that this year we're promoting the entire album,
Okay.
But there will be collaborations. Looking at more collaborations on this year blessings, like you said, this year blessings we are touching everywhere. So collaboration.
Can you drop her name?
No way.
Oh, Victor.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay, cool. Okay, I still get special treatment.
Yeah. So there will be collaborations that will blow our minds.
Okay.
My mind is already blown with all the collaborations, and so the people with the whip and everything that were whipping Jesus should be ready. Should double.
They're gonna double whip you.
They should double.
Oh my God! The Christian Twitter is going to drag you.
Oh, Jesus
You're ready
face
for
more
it.
dragging.
Exactly. So you got this.
Yeah, we're ready for it. Drag me and listen to the song, please.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
Drag me, listen to the song.
Stream. Yeah.
So and get blessed. Yeah.
No, I love that. So I want to just ask, what's your last message? Like, what would you say is your message to the world, very quickly? And then I'm going to let you know my favorite song for you. My favorite song is what's it called again? You Make All Things Beautiful. I can start crying now, so I will hold it together. But after you share your message for the world, if you could just do a quick little, a cappella singing "You Make All Things Beautiful."
That's okay. So I'm gonna say, hold on to God. Men have the capacity to promise, but they don't have it all to keep it. So please hold on to God. I've seen him come through time and time again, and my whole testimony, there's no way I would say I came this far without saying God did or Jesus did. So hold on to Christ, hold on to God, and if you're still living your life without compass, this is the time to be closest to God. This is the time, and be a good person. Live a life of impact. Please don't preach. If you know God as well, please don't just say things about God. Don't just preach God. Don't just preach love. Let it be a life that you live as well.
Yeah, you have to show.
Yeah, you have to show it. When people come close to you, who are you really? Apart from the things you say. From the things you say, are you far from the things you say? Or is your life far from the things you say? Just be a good person and be a person that loves God and show God's love. I love you.
Thank you so much. That's such a great message, and that's so good. I love how you have the balance of being a Christian, being normal, because some people don't have that balance. They're very churchy Christian. You can't do it, or they just don't quite know how to do it.
Yeah.
But, through your worship, it's so sincere. It shows that you have that personal relationship, with God, and everything you say, you just have the balance. And that's kind of like me. Some people are like, why are you on a particular type of radio station? I'm like, no, because at the end of the day, we're called to touch the world.
It.
So it doesn't matter how or where you are, that's the message. Welcome back. You are tuned into the Lunchtime Show with your girl Emmanuella. Now I had to do a pull-up and a wheel-up of that track called Blessings, featuring the one and only Gunna. And I listened to Gunna's lyrics again, and I was like, wow. He really went in on the lyrics there, and he really spoke such a positive message and opened up about his own life. So had to do a pull-up on that one. No, but it's a pleasure having you. Thank you
Thank you for having me.
much for being here. Honestly, it was definitely worth it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed every bit of it.
You enjoyed it. Perfect. So as I asked earlier, one of my favorite songs, if you could just do a quick a cappella for us.
Oh, that's okay. I am not moved by what I see. He's seen it all. He's gone before me. I am not moved by what I see. He's seen it all. He's gone before me. You make all things beautiful, beautiful for me. You make all things beautiful, beautiful for me.
Ooh, come on now. Come on. You better sing. That was so beautiful. Honestly, your voice.
Thank you.
It's unreal. Like, I love your voice so much. Thank you so much for being here once again. It's a privilege.
Thank you for having me.
Honor
Thank you
for having you. And anytime you're back in London,
of course,
you must come here.
We have a tour coming up. We have so we have different loads of events coming up in London, Manchester, everywhere in the UK. So
really?
Definitely we're going to intimate you with that.
Perfect. Okay, so when you have your concerts, send us tickets.
Of course.
Me and my producer Diaz is here. We will come and celebrate and come and worship with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, well, guys, thank you. Know what to do. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining today on the Lunchtime Show with your girl Emmanuella. Now you know what to do. Follow us on all our socials. Also, I want to hear from you. What did you think? If you have any questions for me or for Victor Thompson, let us know. That is at The Beat London 103.6 FM. That's on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and of course the one and only Victor your own Instagram. Victor Thompson's Instagram is Victor. Is that underscore?
Yeah, Victor Thompson everywhere. Once you type Victor Thompson, you see it comes out.
There we go. So Victor Thompson everywhere. And then mine is Emmanuella _Afalabi. Now we have come pretty much to the end of today's show. I don't know where this last hour went. It feels like half an hour, but we have come to the end of today's show. So I'm going to play out one final song for you before we leave. This is the one and only Flo, and this is Never Lose Me.